Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no.
Hi comic book fans, welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. And today it is not a remake of Kill Bill. This is a comic unboxing video, and this is my unboxing knife. So it's a comic unboxing video. However, before we start, I do have to show you an AOK from Texas. Yes, indeedy. So I am friends with a gentleman, indeed a comic historian, who has written a book on Neil Adams called Bill Field, who lives in Texas. And he's a manager of a comic book store, and he's part-time manager of a comic book store. And I helped them do their first ever Whatnot show, which was not a huge success. In fact, they only sold 2 comics, and they sold them to me. So when Bill was sending me the comics, there was also a stack of comics at the comic book store called AOK Comics that I had asked him to put aside for me. Bill had priced them very nicely for me. And when I said, can you put them in with the Whatnot package, he put them in with the Whatnot package. I asked him what I owed him, and he said they are free. So I want to show you my AOK comics from Bill Field in Texas. This is great. This is a beautiful Nick Cardy Aquaman. I collect this Nick Cardy Aquaman for the cover art. This is number 51. Really nice Nick Cardy Aquaman. Then, as you know, I collect Bronze Age horror. This is one I have not got. It is Weird War Tales number 79 in really high grade. Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Bill. Weird War Tales number 56. This is a great cover. I actually already have this, but it's in low grade, and this one is in a really high grade. This is by Al Milgrom, and I really love this cover. It's it's a flying Nazi skull head. This one's really good. This is a Joe Kubert cover, Weird War Tales number 51. Again, I think I'll have this, but it is in nowhere near as good condition as those. Those are really high grade Weird War Tales. We have 2 more from Bill. This is from a short running Bronze Age horror that I have not yet shown on my channel. It started out being called Dark Mansion of Forbidden Love, which lasted for only 4 issues. They are hard to find and expensive. It then changed its title to Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion, and then only lasted until issue 18. Okay, now this is issue 7 of Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion. And this one is interesting because in this issue we see the introduction of the host. Like a lot of these Bronze Age horror comics, you get a host, like Cain and Abel in House of Secrets, House of Mystery, the 3 witches in The Witching Hour. Now then, does anybody know who the host of Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion is? But you don't. It is Charity. So Charity makes her first appearance here in issue 7 of Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion. Haven't got that one. These are hard to find in the UK. And this is Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion number 11. Thank you, Bill. That is those are the freebies that I got from Bill in Texas. So many thanks, Bill. I will show you the 2 comics that I bought in the first ever AOK Comics Whatnot. This one. This is Amazing Spider-Man 129. It's a facsimile. This was produced by Lion Gate Films as a promotion for the film in, I think it was 2004, and that is in really nice minty condition. That is for selling on. And I also picked up this in the Whatnot sale, which is A-Team #1. I've had this a few times. That is for resale. That's a great comic. Right, okay, now the box. Here is the box. It is from an auction house. So, I think I remember what's in this. This is from my favourite UK comic auction house. They've come up in the last 18 months to 2 years. When I first started buying from there, they were not used to doing comics. They then hired a guy specifically to do comics from one of the UK comic stores, and they have become my preferred auction house for comics now, and it's an auction house called Eubanks, and they run a comic sale. They seem to run quite frequently. There's one coming up, I think, the end of this week, but I've got no money left because I just spent it all in another auction. So I usually go and collect my comics from these people, but my haul was a bit smaller this time, and I asked them for the postage costs, and it was about 20 quid. So I thought, well, driving to Guildford and back takes me about 4 hours. So is it worth? I think it's worth paying 25 quid to avoid a 4-hour journey around the M25. So here we are, and these are from about a month ago, because it took me some time to ask them for postage, and then it took them ages to get back with the postage. So now there are some really super comics in here. These first two are crackers, and I have been looking for these, and they came up in the auction, and I couldn't resist getting these. This first one is tremendous. This is the first time I've seen these. They're literally just coming out of the box, and that is Mysterious Traveller #5. You can see from a mile away that is Steve Ditko. The Mysterious Traveller was a radio character on, I think it was on US radio, 1930 something to 1940 something, or something like that, or or in the 1950s. I can't remember the exact dates. And then they started doing a comic of the Mysterious Traveller. This only lasted about 12 issues. And then there was I think something, a 30-year gap. And they produced issue 13. But this is issue #5. It's 10 cents. It's from Charlton Comics, and it is from 1957. Yeah, 1957. There we go. Very, very nice. I do have the Mysterious Traveller #13, which is the more modern one. I also picked up in the same lot, and this is in really rough condition, but this is Tales of the Mysterious Traveller. I can't even see the number on this. I think it's that one was #5. I think this is #7, with a sort of ventriloquist puppet on the cover. Right, so those two are great. Next up, this is a set of comics called Junk Waffle. Indeed, by Vaughan Bode. Look at these. Junk Waffle by Vaughan Bode. This sort of underground comic by Print Mint. It says for adults only. That is Junk Waffle #1 from Vaughan Bode. Junk Waffle #2 from Vaughan Bode. These are hard to find comics. Low print run. Junk Waffle #3 from Vaughan Bode. Junk Waffle #4 from Vaughan Bode. These have got some stickers on them, which I'm going to try and remove. And finally, Cheech Wizard Sock My Turnip. All new, adults only, hand drawn, 2-for-1 comic book. Cheech Wizard. Great stuff. What a great little lot that was. Right. Okay, those of you who've watched my previous videos will have seen me saying that I've now got an accidental collection of Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. If you want to know how this accidental collection happened, go and watch the video. I will put a link to my Sergeant Fury video below. And one of the things that I'm trying to do this year is get a complete set of Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos 1 to 50. Now, one of the most expensive that I'm missing, or was missing from that, was number 13, because number 13 is this magnificent Captain America cover. I think this is something like only the second time Captain America does a crossover or something like that. And it's a great cover here. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 13, in a pretty decent grade. It's going to be a 4.0, 4.5, but that is a great looking comic, isn't it? Very pleased to have found that at a reasonable price. I mean, it wasn't dirt cheap, and that was a lot by itself. Okay, next lot was a bunch of She-Hulks. I couldn't resist these because I do like the sensational She-Hulk, and they were going for a price that I just couldn't resist. So there's a bunch of sensational She-Hulk comics here, including one that I've never owned. So there's number one, classic. Okay, this is your second chance, but if you don't buy this time, I'm going to rip up all your X-Men comics. Love that one. That was number one. And we also have this one, which I've never owned, so that will be staying in the PC, and that is the famous skipping rope cover. Yeah. Okay, no comments. And then, yeah, we've got a whole bunch of in the sensational She-Hulks, number 2 through to, well, sort of number 2 to 10, and then there's a couple ones towards the end. So that was a nice lot. Couldn't resist it with the skipping rope cover. Right, what have we got next? Oh, okay. Yeah, so there was a whole load of Golden Age comics, and there was a lot of EC Golden Age comics in this auction, which went for big prices. Okay, and I was only really able to get one lot of the EC comics, and here we go. This is a comic called Panic. It's a sort of like Mad magazine, done by EC Comics. This is, and these are in low grade, but I have wanted to try and get hold of these. This is from 1954. It is number 2. It is Panic number 2, and we've got Junior Chem Kit for the budding scientist. And he's managed to produce a small nuclear weapon. Panic number 2, Panic number 3. These all need rebagging and boarding. Do like this cover. Yeah, humour in the varicose vein. I think that's Panic number 7. Yeah, number 7. Panic number, it says looking for the number 10. It's on. It's I think it's 10. I think it's on the on that price thing there. And finally, Panic number 12. I don't think there's many more of these. I think there only are about 12 issues of this. This might be the last one. Yeah. So very pleased to have picked up those EC Panic comics. Hard to find in the UK, virtually impossible to find. Right, and then I did get one big lot, which is here. I'm not going to show you all these. Right, that is a big lot, and it is all bronze and Silver Age war comics. Okay, so I didn't really collect war comics until I ended up with my accidental Sergeant Furies, and then I picked up some really nice Unknown Soldiers, Star Spangled War Stories by Kubert, The Losers, Our Fighting Forces. I mean, so, and there was this big lot of war comics. I think there are something like 30 or 40 comics here that I paid about just over 50 quid for. So you can still get Bronze Age war comics with great Joe Kubert covers for, yeah, this is from 1973, so early Bronze Age, in fine condition, maybe fine minus, for 2 quid each. I just, you can't get anything that you know. If these were horror, they'd be going for £5 to £10 each. If they were romance, they'd be going for £10 to £15 each. If they were superhero, they'd be going for £10 to £15 each, or maybe £5 to £10 each, depending on what superheroes. But these war ones, you can still get at very reasonable prices. I just think they're great. I just love the cover art. This is The Unknown Soldier in Star Spangled War Stories. It's a Joe Kubert. Most of these will be Joe Kubert covers. This one is from 1973. In fact, that's the issue before the one I just showed you. Yeah, so we've got a whole load of Our Fighting Forces. Some great covers. And look at this one, look at the condition on this one. This is Our Fighting Forces number 155. So this is going to be early 70s. It's going to be 71. Oh, no, it's not 75. Okay. Number 75, 1975. Still in great shape though, it's 50 years old. Yeah, absolute cracking. So there's a whole load of these. I will bag and board all these. These are for now, they are for the personal collection, because I have started collecting these now because they are such good value. And these things go in cycles. I think war comics will eventually come back. I mean, just look at these. These are in really nice condition. These are in better condition than I thought they were. 2 quid each. Absolute cracker. That one's a cracker. Oh, this is a classic one. I've already got this one, but I think this is in better. Look at the condition on this. It has got a sticker on it, but I think I'd probably get rid of it. Look at the condition on that cover. Absolute beauty. I've already got this one. I think the one I've got of this is in better condition. I just love that cover. That's a duplicate, so I will be selling one of those. What else have we got in here? A lot of Star Spangled War Stories. Oh, some of these covers are great. Oh, look at this one. I'm just picking them out as I go through them. Is that a mask of Adolf Hitler? Oh yes, he's going to put a mask on and pretend to be Adolf Hitler. Fantastic. Then we've got Enemy Ace. Look at the Fokker on that. Is that a Fokker? I think it is a Fokker. I love me a good Fokker. Oh, look at the art. I mean, guys, you go out and buy a new comic, okay? You go to your comic shop now, or you buy it online. A new comic is going to cost you around about £4 to £5. It is crazy. Whereas you can go and get Enemy Ace number 26 with Joe Kubert cover art. Is that Joe Kubert? Yes, of course it is. And art like this inside for £2. Which would you rather? I'll tell you what I'd rather. I'd rather have that. So I've given up buying new comics because I think they're expensive, and I don't think you get your money's worth. And then in 2 years' time, what you're paying £4 to £5 for, you can't sell for £1. Whereas I'm paying £2 for these, yeah, just great. Okay, sorry, I'm getting on my hobby horse now. So there you go, an AOK from Texas, and a nice load of auction pickups from Eubanks in Guildford. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it, but for now, that's your lot.